Hey, everybody. It is Friday, May 16th, 2025. It's time for Off the Ledge. How are you? We're going through a lot in this country. I want everybody to keep the faith. That's why we're here. This authoritarianism is doing a trial run on all of us. And the way that they fail is that we never let up on letting them know we are on to them. We know what they're trying to do. Somebody sent me a video of somebody from another country. I don't know who it was, and I'll post it under the post. Expressing support and acknowledgement for what the American people are doing. And so that's really good. If you're from another country and you have anything hopeful to put in the comments, I would really appreciate it. And all my viewers here, all of us would really appreciate it, because we're over here in America feeling like, oh my God, we're like, Dumpy is isolating us from all of our friends, which actually, now that I think of it, is definitely a gaslighting tactic, and a tactic of a malignant narcissist to get all your friends, this happens personally too, to get all your friends to not be available anymore. If you ever actually saw the movie Gaslight, you would see that's part of that movie. 1934, I think it was. So we really need the support of any of you that are viewers from other countries, and we thank you for your support and for tuning in. We can feel the support and the love and the energy that you're sending. So just give us a shout out, and we really would appreciate it. I'm going to start with Ernest Holmes as usual. I hope you're enjoying the day. It's getting to be really nice out here. And May 16th, if my dad was still here, it would be 65 years of marriage. This is their wedding anniversary. Which they never remembered the past few years. Anyway, just a side note. Hey, Dad. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. It's for today. We know that the Spirit of truth is within us, and that we contact this Spirit through our own self-recognition, belief, and expectancy. We are not disturbed or confused by past occurrences, for we know that the Spirit of truth ever guides us into perfect activity and complete self-expression. Within us is an ever-present beauty, a never-failing power, a perennial fountain of goodness. I love that. Today we expect more, greater, and better thoughts to be expressed through us. All our affairs prosper and quicken into radiant activity because of the indwelling Spirit. We realize that no harm can befall us because we dwell in the secret place of the Most High, and we abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Perfect life is mine, complete good is mine, endless happiness is ours, I'll say. Joy and peace are ours forevermore. Abundant supply and health are ours. Since we dwell in the shadow of the Almighty, no harm can come to us, no want, no lack, only joy and peace, confidence and trust. There is in the citadel of our souls that which completes our lives. This is God, the complete and perfect. In our realization of unity with the central self, we link ourselves with enduring power. And so it is. Yay, Ernest! All right, so we're right in the middle of May right now. I've heard the term democracy summer, and that means we're out in the streets protesting all summer. The next one is on June 14th. So I really want to be in the encouragement mode. When we fight, we win. There's too much discouragement out there for my taste. So only listen to what's encouraging. And Midas Touch has been pretty good with that, I've noticed. Let's listen to Kathy Beale. It's really fun to have Kathy Beale up here in Gloucester the start of the week, right on that full moon in Scorpio. Make sure you go to Kathy Beale's channel at Professional Aquarian. And here's the astrology for today.
This is Kathy Beale of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro Insight for May 16th, 2025. We're in the land of the bottom line.
Yeah.
The vibe is more transactional than emotional, looking at goals, crunching the numbers, seeing what is stable and solid and likely to remain in your life, while the ground is buzzing with the feeling that something's changing. More about that tomorrow. That's all for now.
Yeah, something is definitely changing. I have to agree with that. I think, from my perspective, what I'm seeing and sensing is that Americans are starting to wake up to the fact that we are not the America we thought we were, or that a better way to say it is that we could take for granted in the past. We didn't grow up thinking, oh my gosh, I might not be able to say what I want to say. Oh my gosh, my friend could be whisked off the street, or I for that matter, and never heard from again. We grew up with this feeling that there was like a collective protection almost. And it feels a little bit like people are going, no, wait. You know, it's kind of like you had guardrails and all of a sudden someone took the guardrails away and you went to grab onto it and it wasn't there. We are going to come out of this. We are going to come out of this. We're going to come out of this victorious. We're going to celebrate the 250th year anniversary of the founding of our nation with the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Not this July 4th, but next July 4th. Let's envision it. Despite everything that's going on, we are activating. Let's envision next year as a year that we're celebrating. Let's imagine Hamilton is actually playing at the Kennedy Center in D.C. Let's imagine it. What we have now is, I almost want to get a banner made. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do it yet, that says, why are we putting up with this? Because we don't need to put up with it. We need to be loud, persistent, annoying to our representatives, annoying with how many protests that we have. When millions upon millions of American people are out on the streets screaming, as we are still a democracy, we have power. The second that you believe that you don't have power, you have lost. For any of us, the second we believe that we don't have power, we are lost. So I'm going to just say one thing about that. My heart sinks when I bring up anything about what's happening in this country, and the person I may be just casually mentioning something about what's going on in America, and the person that I mention it to behaves as if it's a situation that they're not in, that's apart from them. anything about what's going on in this country. You may notice this with people. And it makes my heart sink because I recognize, and I'm sure you do too, that is the most powerless position you could be in, is observer. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's happening? Yeah, that's too bad. That's what I'm talking about. Let's shake ourselves out of that unconscious sleep. I'm saying this for everybody. I'm not, for me too. I tend to not be in that mode, but that's just training. I know that we are responsible for everything that we see. If we don't like what we see, we're responsible for changing the energy. We all are. And whether we kind of like submit to that which we're responsible for is kind of secondary, right? But we are responsible for how we react to what's happening. And each and every one of us in a government by the people, if we want freedom, we have to know that it's not free. So each one of us really do have to step it up. Here's a card from our viewer, Barbara. We rise by lifting others. Okay, and just know that you're not the only one. God, no, you're not the only one. 3 cards. The moon is in Capricorn today. Good day to get some work done. I'll be back a little bit later with the PNN pop-up. Thank you for watching that. And tonight is PNN, Friday Night Live. I'm kind of noticing that the live streams have almost equal the amount of views or less than the pre-recorded videos. So I'm thinking about cutting back, and I've mentioned that before on the live stream. So anyway, where we are today, this is basically what I was just talking about. Thunderbolt, yes, the earth is shifting beneath our feet. As Americans negotiate in their minds, okay, we're in a different place now in America. It feels a little bit schizophrenic because we think we're in a democracy, but it doesn't look like it's a democracy. So we're in that turning point. And then the compromise is when people finally decide, okay, we're going to have to do something. This is not to say that we're going to be in a compromised position. Because when we activate, we won't be. So the Thunderbolt is like Tower card. And that's just what I was addressing earlier. It's like the boom. What? Wait a minute. I thought there were guardrails. What do you mean there aren't? Like that. Which is causing people to feel a little bit schizophrenic, not knowing what to think. But this, I feel like this also represents the GOP, formerly known as the Republican Party, and even some of the MAGA people in Congress will not be agreeing to some things. They'll actually be reaching across the aisle and saying to the Democrats, yeah, we don't want to die either. I'm serious. That's what I have for you today. Please book a session, psychicannetdion.com. I'm offering $100 off spiritual life coaching package of 4 sessions. Send me an email, annettedion7@gmail.com, or you can send me a message from my website. And I'll see you later on with a pop-up. Enjoy the day. Activate, activate, activate. All right, thank you so much. Thumbs up and subscribe, please. Namaste.